This week, the Bank of England said it was prepared to put the country into recession to cut hyperinflation. Welcome to Let's Talk Investing. My name's Karen Newton. I'm the founder of Karen Newton International. So the Bank of England have said that they were prepared to put the country into recession to cut back hyperinflation. And we've all been struggling with hyperinflation over recent months. In the UK, it hit 7% in April, projected to get as high as 10% in the coming months. Yet the figures that are being used exclude expenses like your electricity and your fuel and everything like that. So what is the true cost of inflation? And realistically, it's probably running, I haven't done the numbers, I know how much my budgets have gone up, and I would say we're running around the 20-25% mark, if not higher than that. Now, we all have options, and basically when we're heading into a recession, there's one of two options. One is you can cut back, but you have no control over certain expenses like your electricity, your gas, your food bills, your mortgage, your cost of fuel. They are things that you cannot reduce. As hard as you try, they continue to go up. And so the only option that is open to most people is to make more money. And that's what I'm going to talk about today, the perception that cutting back when there's a recession is the best thing to do. To me, that is a myth. I have been through, I don't know how many recessions in my lifetime. The UK on average has a recession every decade. And, you know, I've been through most of those. I've lived in New Zealand as it's gone through recessions. I've lived in Spain as it's gone through a recession. And people have this misconception that they need to cut back on expenditure. But like I said in the introduction here, it's almost impossible to cut back. Yes, one of the sound things to do is reduce the debt that you have. But it's almost impossible to cut back expenses when expenses are out of your control and they keep going up and up and up. Best thing that you can do is learn how to make more money. And that's what Karen Newton International is all about, how we build that cash flow, extra cash coming in. Now, I'm reminded of a story that I heard in New Zealand about a guy that had a burger van, and it was a very, very successful burger van. He was married, he had a lovely home, regular holidays. The family didn't want for anything. He had a couple of kids, he put them through university, and this was all money that he was making from his burger van. Now, one of his sons went to university, and the son studied economics. And he came back and he said to his dad, we're heading for a recession. And Dad said, well, funny you say that. Business is booming for me at the moment, and I'm thinking of expanding and getting more vans. And his son said, no, Dad, don't do that. Don't do that. We're heading for a recession. You need to cut back and save on the money that you're spending. So Dad thought, you know, son's wiser than me. He's been to university. He's got the degree. Then I will listen to him. And he started cutting back and cutting back and cutting back until he no longer had a business. Now, we can all make extra money. Today, we're in a world where billions are spent online every single day. There are millions of people out there in the marketplace every single day. And you can actually be one of the people who, instead of being a buyer on the internet, becomes a seller on the internet. Now, I find it really interesting when I follow people on YouTube, and there are so many youngsters coming through today, and people I call youngsters, they're around 16 to 24, 25, and they are already multi-millionaires simply by building online businesses, cash-rich online businesses. And then they follow the process. They build the online businesses. They move their money, their profit, into property, into shares, and they protect their assets with gold and silver. Solid investment strategy. So if you're thinking about, do I cut back? Have a look at your bank account and see where your biggest expenses are. And the biggest expenses generally on your bank account are the ones over which you have no control. If your next biggest expense were education, how much more money would you be able to make to get you through a recession? I was in the UK in 2007, 2008, when we saw the run on Northern Rock banks, which led to the credit crunch, the worst recession in British history. During that time, so many people were losing their jobs. They had one source of income, and that was their job, and they were losing those jobs. Online businesses boomed because people needed to know how they could make money. So can I make a suggestion? Instead of thinking, I'll wait until the recession takes hold, how about planning in advance and starting to build those cash-rich online businesses today? Start planning now so that when the recession comes, you have an alternative income stream in place, boosting your income. The wealthiest people in the world have 8 income streams. It's something that I teach, how to build multiple income streams. I'm suggesting you add an extra income stream, or 2 or 3, so that if your job gets affected during the recession, then you have alternative income. And if you were to start today, you have enough time still to build that online business, rather than being at the stage where you're saying, I'm desperate, I need money. Start planning for what is coming. Now, there are many cash-rich online businesses. I had a list of the top 20 online businesses, and included in them, in no specific order, e-commerce, drop shipping, affiliate marketing, online courses, training, providing online services, books, publishing, videos and photography, blogging. These were all some of the cash-rich online businesses for up to, I should say, April 2021. Okay. Just about any skill you have can be converted to an online business. It's not like you need to start from scratch. you can build a cash-rich online business, and it doesn't take a long time to start generating that income. There are some very simple steps that you take, very simple ways of building that online business and starting the cash flow coming in. Don't let a recession ruin you, because that's what happens to so many people, because they are solely reliant on one source of income. Build those multiple income streams, and you will get through a recession and you will thrive. I'm going to finish by asking you another question. Did you struggle in the pandemic? Because the pandemic was a precursor to what you can expect over the coming years with the recession that is on the way. In fact, the recession has already started, and the sooner you get into generating those extra income streams, the sooner you take control of the financial situation you have. Now, when I go through my bank statements, I look at where my biggest expenses are. And for me, my biggest expense is education, because I realize that I need to continue learning. And that continual learning brings in another income stream for me, and another income stream. And so I put a tremendous amount into training. I have coaches who work with me on a weekly, monthly basis, purely to make sure that I'm on track, keeping those multiple income streams coming in and growing. You have the opportunity right now to take control of your finances. And that starts with building alternative income streams. So take the opportunity, get those multiple income streams coming in, and take a look at what you can do online, because it's a huge market out there. And with billions spent every day, there's enough income out there for you to start building an additional income stream and take the pressure off your finances. My name's Karen Newton. I'm Karen Newton International, and you can check out my courses at https://courses.karennewtoninternational.com.